Here we are at Barmah. It's about 3 hours away from Melbourne. The cemetery was established in 1878. Frederick died in 1938, and on the left-hand side you'll see the value of his estate and who inherited it. For some reason, they would publish this in the local newspaper. In my last video, I discussed Stone Age burials, and I thought I would continue this topic by going into the Bronze Age style of burials. If you haven't seen my video on Stone Age burials, then I suggest you check it out, because I will refer to it a little bit and I won't go into as much explanation in this one on those previous topics. The Bronze Age was from 3300 BC and 1200 BC. And the iconic trait of this age was, of course, the discovery of bronze, which led to better tools, but it is also the age of the written language in most cultures. The burial mound, or barrow, from the Stone Age remained to be the main form of burials of the Bronze Age in Europe and England. Only two aspects of this form of burial changed. The first being the improvements to building style. They became more round in the Bronze Age and were often made from brick due to the fact of a higher quality tools they could use. The second thing was the burial practice itself, where the bodies would be buried for approximately a year, then dug up, and the bones would be placed into the burial mound. Around this same time, Greeks were doing a very similar thing, only instead of one big mound for the village, they were more like family-sized tombs, which would house the bones as well as some of the family's possessions. The Egyptians, on the other hand, were digging holes in the sand big enough to place the body in, with a supply of food, water, and some of their tools, for the purpose of the afterlife, of course. Burying them in this way created natural mummies. Natural mummies, or spontaneous mummies, refers to the body being preserved by accident or without human intervention. These natural mummies, like the one in the photo, are a result of hot, dry sand drying the bodies out. It was around 2600 BC, still Stone Age, that the ancient Egyptians started to intentionally preserve bodies using minerals and oils. The removal of organs and wrapping them in cloth came a bit further down the line. I thought I would detour from the Bronze Age to talk about some of the headstones here at Barmah. Have a look at this headstone, how old it looks, how it appears to be made of dark sandstone or something like that. Well, you might be a little shocked to find out that this headstone isn't made of stone at all. Now, I'm not quite sure whether it's made of wood or a very hard plastic that has some wood-like qualities, but what should be noted, besides the gap in the seam, is the paint job used to make it look older, to fit the person it actually belongs to. This one is also one of my favourite here. It has this clearly family done feel about it. That low cost, made with love, handyman thing about it that I just adore. And this would be a person-sized wooden cross. Why it's here, I have no idea, but it's definitely interesting. Due to a bit of a lifestyle change, these videos are going to go to once a fortnight or once a week, I haven't quite decided, as opposed to weekly like they have been so far. Sorry for the inconvenience.